Okay guys, we're back for a second go after going through all that. And again, I brought one of my golden rules of if you're doing a playthrough, always make sure you save often. It says it in a lot of games, saved often. The world is a dangerous place. The wasteland is a dangerous place, i.e. from Fallout. I didn't heed that advice and I got crushed by a stone lion. Anyway, let's have another try at that anyway now we're back here. I'm gonna get ready here to beat my retreat.
I could hear the and I knew.
Move back! Move! Woo! Nice try.
Oh, very funny, you psychos. Signor Stover, are you all right?
Well, we just had a near-death experience. And we need a new change of pants.
Hey, Lopez, I'm fine. Hey, Soto, Mirazada, you gave me a scare.
Nice try, Templars.
But you don't kill George Stobart that easy. Well, twice anyway. What's there now?
In the deep shadows, it was hard to make anything out.
Let's try. Can we use the... What's that we're looking at? Sunlight?
Thinking back to how long it had taken the can to fall to the bottom, I stayed as far from the edge as I could.
Let's see if we can put that to good use. Yep, the old shine reflected sunlight.
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
There you go. See, really made no fool. I knew there was some reason to have that mirror, the mirror for some kind of shining of light. And let's use that now. That should plug into here quite nicely. Please don't anything else drop on our head.
Open sesame! Another secret door.
Let's go in. Ooh, skeletons. Aha, is this another puzzle? Or have we just done it? I don't know. I'm gonna have to check back on these videos. The sequences look very pixelated, but I'm not too sure if it comes out like that on the recordings.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
Well, we found that, and I suppose they've put they'll be able to put the bodies of the children to rest. So it's just another good deed done there for George. All going towards his positive karma. And Andre, what the hell are you doing here?
George, welcome back.
Come in, George. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know.
So basically, be nice, George, you're saying.
The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square. One of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the
Yeah.
image of a church that Georges found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, Georges.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
Yeah.
except when they go to a football match.
They used
Depends what team.
a plant called woad, Icetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as
You can't remember.
Last
can you?
week.
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
Ah, so all the pieces have come together.
I can't go.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
Yeah, and you shouldn't get in the
We
way.
understand you've got commitments. But listen, we have to hurry.
Sorry about
we'll
that.
see it through. Oh, and don't worry about us.
Yeah, me and Nicole get on just fine. When the trains are rocking, don't come knocking. So it's time to go to Bannockburn, which I think is the last place that we have to visit. So we're increasingly coming up onto the finale of this story of ours.
Oh, it must be done.
Oh, I guess so. And we must be nearly there. Somewhere, out there in the dark, is Scotland. We've come a long way together to get here.
Yeah. Let's hope it was worth it.
And all we've got is a red nose.
I've still got the clown's nose.
So I see. You should throw it away, George.
I wonder if it saves your life. I can't remember the exact ending, what happens in the end of this game.
There's something I've been meaning to say to you, Nico.
Is this the right time and place, George?
There might not be another time. I don't want to waste this chance.
You don't need to say anything. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here, with you. Now.
Oh, how emotional.
You're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep?
Sleep? At a time like this?
Excited, huh?
Would you like something to help you sleep, dearie? I've got some tablets in my bag.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks all the same, ma'am.
it's Mrs. Doubtfire. That was a very manly voice. He's looking a bit suspicious. I'm wondering if it's that assassin dressed up, you know. He's got a good Scottish accent.
She was as beautiful as ever, but the shadows beneath her eyes marked the strain of the last few days.
Oh yeah, very, very hard on her, having to make a few phone calls.
The old lady reminded me of my grandmother, except, of course, that this old lady was still alive.
Hello. Right, let's
Pardon
talk.
me.
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Stirling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
Let's what do you think of my nose?
Would you believe that this clown's nose led us to being on this train tonight?
I would indeed.
No, honestly, You would?
Certainly. You have an honest face.
Yeah, I think it's him. He didn't seem surprised by that nose.
Well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah,
It's one of the places we thought we'd see on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
no.
I suppose espresso bars and boogie-woogie are more your cup of tea.
That's right. There's nothing George enjoys more than a good boogie.
Oh yes, we enjoy a good boogie woogie.
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Stirling?
Yes, there is, and I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
Yeah.
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's been out of print for years.
This guy seems very
What's
suspicious.
the title of the book?
Oh, woman.
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
George is a great fan of his, though.
Yeah, this guy has got to be that killer. I'm betting, because he's too much things of a coincidence.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak.
Tickets.
L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
Sounds like an
I do
advert.
not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake.
Yes, what?
Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Stirling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, old
I
chap.
don't want to worry you, but there was something familiar about that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
Maybe that other guy's a Templar or something. Right, can we go out now?
Can't you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable ideas. I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with English food. It's not that bad. Right. And I can see somebody there. Let's go along this way. I don't know if I can go in here. Let's gate crash somebody else's cabin, or whatever the hell you call it. Well, he looks like he's sleeping.
All I could see of the man's face was a massive purple bruise around his eye. It was a strange contrast with his flaming red hair, which stuck out in stiff, greasy tufts.
Scotsman, I'm guessing.
I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him.
Right, and this guy is looking like
The man's
a...
face was blotched and unshaven. I guess he'd been traveling all night. Red-rimmed eyes stared fish-like above his broken nose.
He's looking like an Newcastle fan, by the look of it.
Hi, having a party?
No, this is British. Come on, join us, man. Basha, wake up, man. What's company?
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Excuse me, mate. He's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
Why, aye, man? We got someone from Newcastle. That sounded more Welsh.
Would you like a red nose?
I'll try not to do accents again.
Well, I got one of my own.
You got a red nose of your own.
Is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Aye, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
On your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you.
Right, I don't think we've got any reason
later.
to talk to matey over there just yet.
The windows seemed to have been sprayed with tiny flecks of froth.
You haven't opened that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
Alright. Well, so long, my friend. My Geordie friend. So that explains why he's in Scotland when he's a Newcastle fan. Now, is there anything in cabin number 3? Surprise death? No. It's looking empty. Alright, the train's empty, let's go out. So we're reaching end game now of this plot. So let's see, can we go along here? What's along here, anything? So it looks like a toilet. Well, we'll just see, we've got another toilet. And another toilet. Is that it? Oh!
Oh, no. That gangster creep from the hotel, Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car.
Oh! Oh!
Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of.
Is that killer?
Marquet's murderer.
Yeah. So we can't.
Guido looked like a weasel in a cheap suit. He also looked like the kind of man who wouldn't lose much sleep over murder.
Well, I'm guessing you don't trifle with him.
It was the door to a sleeping compartment.
Where are we going?
The door was locked.
Alright. What about this one?
It was the door to...
Let's try this one.
The door...
Oh, let's go this way. No, I doubt there's much use going back in there. So let's go to the other far side.
It was the door to the baggage car.
Let's go in there. If we can.
Door.
Well, we'll go and check on Nico because I've got a sneaking suspicion she might be in trouble now.
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
Yeah, go on, George. He's doing it for love. That reminds me of that Karate Kid 2 soundtrack. And we... Oh, I forgot how it goes now. But that's what it sounds like. I am a man who will fight for your honor. Right. There's some way of talking to this guy.
Hey, buddy.
Alright, let's see if he knows. If he's seen her.
Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, Paul, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, wait, man, an old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted, I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't have tried nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like, so action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict at anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Nah, I don't think there's any reason to use that.
Would you like a...
No, thanks, pal.
No. Ah.
Give it to it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Right. Well, I'll come back for the next one. And we'll see George going to full hero mode on the next video. Anyway, that's all I've got time for this time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.